Hey, what's up people? Pizzal here, and I've got a huge Blu-ray DVD update for you guys today. I haven't done one of these since the beginning of summer, so I'm months and months and months behind, and the titles have piled up. I've got 2 stacks of titles here, so let's go ahead, let's dive right in. We will start with the Scream Factory releases. First up, I've got the Collector's Edition 2-disc release of John Carpenter's The Thing. I did a full in-depth review of this title. Go check out that video for a more in-depth overview of this release, but this release is chock full of extras and all sorts of goodies if you are a fan of John Carpenter's The Thing, and I can't imagine why you would not be a fan of John Carpenter's sci-fi horror masterpiece, The Thing. And this is the release for you. Awesome. Got a slipcase, got the reversible sleeve with the original artwork there, the original poster art. Lots of extras. Great, great release from Scream Factory. Next up, we have got the 2-disc Collector's Edition release of William Peter Blatty's The Exorcist 3. I did a full in-depth review of this release as well, so for a full in-depth review of this release, go check out that video. But I'd been wanting to see William Peter Blatty's director's cut of The Exorcist 3 for many, many years, the Legion cut, and I'm glad that it's on this disc. Lots and lots of extras. If you are a fan of The Exorcist 3, this is definitely the way to go. Slipcase, newly commissioned artwork inside. I kept the new artwork, but it has a reversible sleeve with the old school poster art as well. Loaded, a great release from the folks over at Scream Factory. Next up, I have got, and I did a movie / Blu-ray review for this release. This is the Scream Factory release of Eric Red's Bad Moon. Go check out that video for a full review of the movie as well as this Blu-ray release. Not a collector's edition release, but pretty darn close. Lots of nice extras on here. You've got new director's cut approved by Eric Red, plus the original theatrical cut of the film, new audio commentary with director, writer Eric Red on the director's cut. You've got interviews, you've got lots of good stuff on this release. And if you're a fan of Bad Moon, this is the release you want. Next up, another one, not a collector's edition release, but pretty darn close. I'm surprised this one was not a collector's edition release, considering all the extras on this disc. I did a full review of this release, so for a full review of this release, go check out that video. But this is Session 9. Lots of extras on here. A really great, informative making of on here with interviews from just about everybody except David Caruso. But yeah, great release. Great extras. I'm surprised this was not given the collector's edition treatment by Scream Factory. But if you're a fan of Session 9, great movie. Absolutely love this film, a modern masterpiece. I do believe this is definitely worth picking up. Session 9, great film, really nice release from Scream Factory. Got this release from, this is actually a Shout Factory release. A lot of you guys out there know I love Charles Bronson. He's my favorite, just, big screen bad guy, tough guy of all time. And I love the Death Wish movies. And when I heard that Shout Factory was releasing a Death Wish 2 Blu-ray, which Death Wish 2 is my favorite Death Wish, I jumped at it. This is the Shout Factory, a special edition release of Death Wish 2, starring the late, great Charles Bronson. Not much in the way of extras on here, although we do have both theatrical and unrated cuts of the film. We've also got a commentary with author Paul Talbot, author of the book Bronson's Loose, the making of the Death Wish films, and a theatrical trailer. I'm hoping Shout Factory releases Death Wish 3 on Blu-ray as well. Fingers crossed. But yeah, love Death Wish 2. Nice release. Yeah, Death Wish 2. What more do I need to say? Next up, this is from the Vestron Video Collectors series. This is the Waxwork 2 double Blu-ray release. I did a full review of this release, so for a full in-depth exploration of this release, go check out that video. This is a really nice release for Waxwork and Waxwork 2, a feature-length making of documentary about the making of both films. If you're a fan of either Waxwork movie, this is the release for you. It's a bit pricey, but it's worth it in my opinion. Next up, did a full review of this release as well, also from the Vestron Video Collectors series. This is Jim Wynorski's classic Chopping Mall. I love this movie. This is a pretty good release too. I did have one qualm with it. I think they tried to pad out the special features section on the back here. I'm almost positive that the extras on this disc were pretty much just one long, nearly feature-length making of, but then they decided to chop it up into individual making of extras to kind of make it look like there's more extras than there are on this disc, which is a little bit disappointing. I wish they would have just kept it to the nearly feature-length making of, but still, enjoyed this release, love this movie. It looks good, it sounds good. If you're a fan of Chopping Mall, I think this is certainly the way to go. Next up, I've got some classic Universal Monsters Blu-rays that I picked up at Walmart. Walmart had a display with not just the classic Universal Monsters Blu-rays with special glow-in-the-dark slipcases, but they also had like Child's Play 2, Halloween 2, just some random, more recent horror movies thrown in there that I thought was kind of interesting. But I picked up some of these classic Universal Monsters Blu-rays with these slipcases. First up, I've got Dracula with Bela Lugosi with that really cool glow-in-the-dark slipcase there. And let's see, underneath, I think it's pretty much, it's pretty much the same Blu-ray release that you can pick up just about anywhere. They just added the special glow-in-the-dark slip covers. And I think these were like $10 a piece, so not bad. So I got Dracula, I got Frankenstein, Boris Karloff. Love that cover there. Love that picture of Frankenstein. Of course, green, perfect for Big Frank. Yeah. Can't have Frankenstein without also picking up The Bride of Frankenstein, and there is the bride there. Yes, yes, yes. I also got very lucky, at least with all of these releases, with the exception of Dracula, because they did not put that awful looking Walmart white sticker on these as they did on the Dracula release right there in the corner. I hate that. So I got lucky with these other releases. They do not have that stupid white Walmart sticker on them. But got Frankenstein, got Bride of Frankenstein, got The Creature from the Black Lagoon. Nice slipcase there. Love that. And I got, of course, The Wolfman. And that's a nice slipcover there as well. And these slipcovers were really cool. Yeah, very cool. All right, got two releases here from Umbrella Entertainment. First up, The Punisher. I did a full in-depth review of, I think, both the movie and this Blu-ray. So go check out that video for a more in-depth look at this release, as well as me discussing the movie. But we got lots of nice extras on here. We've got the unrated cut of The Punisher, which was really cool to watch. We've got an audio commentary with director Mark Goldblatt. We've got The Punisher Goldblatt work print as well, which was very cool. We've got a documentary called Violence Down Under, an interview with Mark Goldblatt. We have got an interview with Dolph Lundgren. They actually interview him at like the gym. I'm guessing after he's got his pump on. So, but yeah. Dolph Lundgren is the Punisher, in my book. There is only one Punisher, and his name is Dolph Lundgren. Love this movie. Another movie that I really like that I don't think gets enough praise or enough recognition, Richard Franklin's Road Games. Did an in-depth review of the film as well as this Blu-ray release, so go check out that video for an in-depth review of the film and this Blu-ray release. Lots and lots of extras on this disc. Highly, highly recommend this movie. If you've not seen it, Stacy Keach, Jamie Lee Curtis, really good suspense thriller, very much in the vein of Alfred Hitchcock. Of course, the writer-director of Road Games, Richard Franklin, was a huge fan of Alfred Hitchcock, and Richard Franklin actually went on to direct Psycho 2. So, yeah, highly, highly recommend this film and this release. And this release is all region, by the way, so you have no reason not to go out and pick up this Blu-ray. Got some Arrow releases here. Got a couple of Steelbooks from Arrow. This is the Burning Steelbook Blu-ray. You guys know how much I love The Burning, so when I saw that Arrow was releasing a Steelbook, I jumped on it. I did a Collector's Corner video for this release, but my buddy Steve pointed out to me, well, what's on the back of this Steelbook? Because I left the J card on it. I was sick when I did that video, and I was just completely in space. That whole week that I had strep throat, I don't remember. I know I did several videos during that week because I had a lot of free time on my hands. I don't remember making them. I don't remember making those videos at all. I don't remember that week at all. It's a complete blur to me. So Steve, for you, I took the J card off, and this is the back of the Burning Steelbook Blu-ray. And for anybody else out there who watched that Collector's Corner video and they were like, dude, what about the back of the actual Steelbook? Here it is. I apologize. I was sick. I was out of it. But here, finally, is the back. Really nice release. Love that artwork there on the Blu-ray. And, I mean, you guys know I love the Burning 2-disc Steelbook of the Burning. So go check out that video to laugh at me for being sick and out of my head, but for a more in-depth look at this awesome release from Arrow. Pick this up from an Arrow flash sale every now and again on Arrow's website. They will do a sale, and they mark down their Blu-rays pretty significantly. And the shipping rate from UK to the US really isn't that bad. So I picked up this Blu-ray for Killer Clowns of Outer Space. I've not opened it yet. I actually just got it the other day. I've not seen this movie in forever, so I'm looking forward to checking it out again, and it is loaded with special features there. Lots and lots to sink my clowny teeth into, although I would not in any way, shape, form, or fashion, regardless if I was sick and out of my head, step out of my house in a clown outfit. Hopefully now that Halloween is over, the whole killer clown world order thing will finally cease. So let's hope so. But there's always killer clowns from outer space to entertain us when we want clowntainment. I think I just created a subgenre there. Clowntainment. Killer Clowns from Outer Space, the Arrow Blu-ray Steelbook. Next up, got this also from their sale. Another movie I've not seen in freaking forever. And this release is loaded with extras, and it also includes a, I believe it is a work print of the movie, which I'm really looking forward to checking out. This is The Burbs with Tom Hanks. I've not seen this movie in years, but this was one of those movies that was constantly on cable television when I was growing up, and I watched it all the time. It was that great sort of comedy and horror meeting, and I always really found it enjoyable. I didn't even know Joe Dante directed it until just a few years ago, I guess. But I really enjoy this movie, and I'm looking forward to checking it out on Blu-ray. Lots and lots of extras on there, including Joe Dante's work print. There's also a feature-length making of, which includes interviews with Joe Dante, Corey Feldman, Corey Gaines, lots of other people. Really looking forward to checking that out as well. The Burbs. I did a full review of this release from the folks over at Arrow Video. This is for a movie that I absolutely love. So for a more in-depth look into this awesome release, go check out that video. I'm talking about Slugs. You guys know how much I love Slugs, how much I love director J.P. Simon, or Juan Piquer Simon, because of this movie, and of course because of Pieces. I've always loved Slugs. I did a File 13 review on Slugs, and I did a review of this Blu-ray when it was released. Lots of extras on this Blu-ray, and just, I mean, it's Slugs on Blu-ray. And that newly commissioned artwork is absolutely fantastic. fantastic. I love this release. I'd like to have a poster of that, actually. That would be awesome, hanging on the walls of the man cave. Picked this up from a previous Arrow Video Blu-ray sale, but this is the Arrow release of Big Trouble in Little China. Lots of extras to sink my teeth into. It's Big Trouble in Little China. It's a classic. It's John Carpenter. It's Kurt Russell. I love it. I'm sure you love it. There's nothing about it not to love. It's Big Trouble in Little China. Next up, I have got the Arrow Video Blu-ray release for Zombie Flesh Eaters, aka Zombie 2, Lucio Fulci's. My personal favorite Lucio Fulci movie. Love this movie. Loaded with extras. I believe it is, yes, it is 2 discs, as you can see there. But lots to sink your teeth into there, lots of extras. You've got a documentary on here that I did watch called, what is it called? From Romero to Rome, the rise and fall of the Italian zombie film. It was entertaining. Love this release. Love this movie. Great, great movie. Next up, pick this up off of Amazon. This is a Synapse Film Blu-ray release. This is Just Desserts, the making of Creepshow. Up until now, this was only available on the UK release of Creepshow. Synapse Films got this extra. They released it on Blu-ray. I'm glad they did because it's really cool. This is a feature-length making of, talking about the making of Creepshow. And I really enjoyed it. Next up, pick this up from the folks over at Olive Films. Zapped with Scott Baio and Willie Ames. An A+ comedy that makes the grade. It's Zapped. It's Scott Baio. It's Willie Ames. It's Zapped. I needn't say more. Pick this up from Amazon. This is a Kino Lorber release. This is a movie that I also did a File 13 review on a ways back. I love this movie. So good. It is phenomenal. The Pit. I love this movie. Go check out my File 13 review of The Pit. One of the big selling points for me buying this Blu-ray, other than it being The Pit on Blu-ray, was there's an interview with star Sammy Snyders. And that's a very interesting interview with him, by the way. Love this movie. I don't know how you cannot love this movie. It's so bad. It's just off the freaking charts. Love The Pit. Go check out my File 13 review of it. Picked this up at Walmart for 10 bucks. This is the 30th anniversary of Aliens. Not even opened this sucker yet. I'd intended to do an in-depth look just at this release like I did for the 30th anniversary of Alien. Just didn't get around to it, but lots of stuff in it. 10 bucks. Go get it. Yes, I've got the DVD release. I've got the DVD anthology or quadrilogy. I got the standalone Blu-ray, and then I got the Alien quadrilogy. And so I got this too. So I've got Aliens and Aliens and Aliens and Aliens and Aliens and Aliens. But yeah, 10 bucks, lots of extras on here, lots of cool stuff there. Yeah, why not? Got 2 DVDs. Got 2 lone DVDs to represent that format, but at least the DVD is represented. First up, you guys know I love Charles Bronson. Picked this up blind buy for like 2 bucks. Chino. Have not seen it, but it sounds good. And of course, it's got the Bronson. Trying to take away his dignity was their first big mistake. That tagline sold me. And I picked this up from an Arrow flash sale. Reform School Girls from the great Tom DeSimone. A sleaze classic. I needn't say more. Hope you guys enjoyed this massive DVD and Blu-ray update. If you liked the video, please leave it a thumbs up. If you're not following me on social media, those links are in the description. They're also right around here. As always, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Take care, and until next time, peace. Say hello to the internet, Jeremy.
Hello to the internet.